You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Служить и служить.
Посмотришь, что будет зимой, молодой. Тут холодно, как нигде на земле.
Дед Мороз наш друг. С ним душманом живется туго.
Я вырос в Крыму. Ты из Доломицы? Совершенно разные места. Кроме того, я наконец-то вижу дочку.
Тоже не дождусь. Ладно.
Увидимся.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Speak. Coming too. Roger that. subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Extract him.
Заявление Рейка. И о той программе «Звездные войны»? Программа СОЙ. Она предполагает возможность сбивать ядерные ракеты. А почему он не боится? Он сказал, нельзя будет сбить ракету, это не видно на радаре. Ракета, которую не видно на радаре. Это возможно? И на меня. Он сказал. Год, 2, мне больше 20 лет. Что, правительство хочет нанести удар? Конечно. Good. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas.
КП-939! Оборудование повреждено! Похоже, дело рук врага. Прием! Это КП, понял. Немедленно проверить и встать оперативную сводку. Конец связи.
That's a transceiver antenna. Take out all of them to shut down the enemy's local comms network. That antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Nice. That's the second one. That wasn't the last of them, though. Keep going.
У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Поиски закончены. Противник не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Оставайтесь начеку. Конец связи.
The enemy's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all-clear just yet. Stay alert. Radio transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete.
Tools!
Extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. Your objective. Now get out of the hot zone. wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Roger. All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete. Great work. Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid. A long time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Come back!
Mix. Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. With a little polish, I say we got a true diamond dog on our hands. DD, right? Hostile at raising hounds. Fine. Come on, DD.
Channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Boss, welcome home.
Thank you, boss.
Up early, huh, boss?
Boss, let's develop something.
Whatever supplies you need, just let us know, boss.
This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army.
Just look at the area around Smossy Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they've modeled themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free rein?
That's our fault, too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
But still.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients. And Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them, but now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations.
and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us. An extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you. The legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us.
Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Waksin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Waksin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. He's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Be careful down there, boss.
Waksin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner. Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Speak. Where are your friends?
You gonna extract him?
Spit it out. Where are your friends? Where are the others? Where are the others?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Talk. Where are your friends?
He's coming too. Roger that. You got an intel file. Unfortunately, there's nothing new in it.
Talk. Where are the others? Where are your friends?
каждое движение. Конец связи.
Вот ты где! Отступай! Отступать его!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Окопайтесь и удержите позиции своими силами. Конец связи. Понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи. Понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи. Это Зоя-2. Враг ушел. Начинаю поиск.
target.
Протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы — это скучно.
Great. If there's nothing in the way overhead, you should be able to fool him.
Обязанности. Это свое время.
Target extraction confirmed. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Looks like the enemy's lost sight of you. They're gonna try to hunt you down.
Штаб, это кафе! Ответьте! Штаб, ответьте! Штаб! Штаб, это кафе! Штаб, прием!
incoming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him? All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete. Great work. The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order. When you're not on a mission, use that free time wisely. Surveying enemy outposts, for example, or gathering manpower and resources. Of course, even you need some downtime every now and then. Whatever you do, it's all another step on the road to our goal. Roger. on the brink of death. It's hard to say whether he'll survive a Fulton extraction. If you have to extract someone who's on the verge of death, you better use the chopper. But if you're gonna carry them, put them to sleep first. You won't get far if you have to fight them every step.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at
So your
LZ.
suppressor is worn out. That gun won't be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Welcome home, boss.
Thanks for that, boss. How you doing, boss?